mean, anything worth having or making better in your life, it's gonna take risks.
The junk food vegan. We
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of those people, the junk food vegan. They got the Oreos and the Doritos, and there's no animal products
I
in it. It's
said,
vegan, right?
take
So
it
it's
day at a time. For instance, focus on what you need to do for that day and meal prep. I think that's huge for everybody. If you're someone who is struggles with consistency, the best way to take it out of the equation is to have it already ready.
tell me just a little bit of background. I'm learning more about you, and I'm sure everybody wants to know about you. Just give me a little bit of background and your why.
Okay. A little bit about me is I come from an athlete background, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Going from, I guess you could say, eating regular into transitioning to vegan
Mhm.
it was easy, but it was hard because I was a meat eater. So like most people, I love the chicken, the Popeyes. You know how it goes. All the nine. I didn't want to let go. I thought meat was protein. I gotta have it,
Mhm.
to survive and to do what I needed to do on the field. But shortly afterwards, my wife had ended up having MS at the time, and she was dealing with different doctor pills and things of that nature, and it wasn't treating her body well. So we were trying to find a new way. So my her dad actually introduced her to some herbs and told us to go on a detox. Once we went on the detox, we started to see tremendous results to the point where we went back to the doctors like 6 months later or so, and it was a complete difference. Like lesions on her brain was like done, bro. It wasn't even moving to the point where she doesn't have MS anymore. So that's kind of my why. And once I saw that, I was like, okay,
Love that.
gotta show people like this is different.
hmm It's huge. It's huge, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's huge, dude. It's huge because it almost takes like a mental block off your mind because have our we have been it's been like pounded into our brains like this is it. You get this, you have it forever. You're just kind of doomed. We're gonna treat it. We're gonna take care of it. It's gonna be chronic for a while. And man, it warms my heart to hear that because that's huge. It shouldn't be set in stone. I want to use an example about the people that live in tribes and really mammals and animals. You don't see gorillas or giraffes or elephants. Now, of course, when they're in captivity, of course, they have care, but when they're out living in the wild, they're not experiencing the things that we're experiencing. And same things with the tribes that you see all around the world. They're not experiencing the things that we're experiencing. So I think that's really huge that you got to experience that firsthand, and that's going to help um, when you continue to help more people because you're going to understand what it feels like. You're going to be able to tell them like, hey, it gets better. I've been there, done that. So 100%, I love it, dude. Um,
Definitely.
so you told me that you're an athlete. I was an athlete. Well, still am. Um, I'm from Arkansas, man. So
Okay.
I have eaten everything that flew, swam, ran, run. Athlete, you're thinking protein, right? Eat protein. And did you play in college?
Yeah, I did. I played
Mhm.
at Alpine, Texas for a little bit. Then I tried to play a little
Okay.
bit at Texas Southern. So
Okay.
yeah.
Very nice. I played in college too, man. And I was here in Texas as well. And that meal plan,
Hmm.
and making sure you're getting your meals for the day, you're putting a strain on your body, you got to get it in, and you're eating a lot of stuff. And then when you go back home, you want a good home cooked meal, and
Yeah,
it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And you're doing and you're eating what you think to be healthy, but then once your eyes get wide open, that's like, oh man, like that's when it shifts. And I love being around somebody when they realize that. A little bit background on myself is I wanted to stay on the court for as long as I could. I played basketball, so that was where my studies came from. I wanted to see, the exercises to do. And then I realized the world of nutrition. I'm like, oh my goodness, you feel brand new. Like when you change your diet, you feel brand new. And so it was a mix of that and me being tired of seeing people sick and losing loved ones way too soon. And
hmm.
it just hits really close to home. So, I made that switch and I started to study. I studied it in grad school as well. And now we're here, man. It's crazy
Yeah.
to think myself. I've been doing this for 10 years, man. It's been a long time coming. So now I want to dig a little deeper and
Okay.
I want you to talk about, I want you to kind of get into the brain of other people and kind of give me your thought process on why you think this happens. Why
Okay.
you think healthy is so hard for people.
Because it requires change from people. A lot of us, we don't want to change, man. We see what we think to be healthy based off what society tells us is healthy. So
Hmm.
we don't feel like inside that we can look anywhere elsewhere. And also it's very uncomfortable. It's hard to be like, I'm a vegan or I eat plant-based or I'm eat all these healthy foods. It's easy to say I'm gonna eat cookies, I'm gonna eat ice cream, I'm gonna eat
Yes.
chicken because it's so popular and it's cheaper, you know,
Very.
to be honest. So I can say from my point of view, looking back, that's the biggest difference between trying to be healthy and not be healthy.
It is. You said it right on the T, man. Change is hard. And speaking on the products, because it's not food, the products, you ever notice how when you walk into the store, the supermarket, grocery store, what's the first thing you get hit with? Right?
Man, they try to
Right?
set you
Yeah.
up.
I mean, right there, boom. And you'll also see that when you're getting ready to check out, what's eye level of a kid? Candy
Sweets,
bars, the sweets. Guilty,
gum.
man. Guilty.
Yep.
I was a little Debbie boy, man. I had the cookies, the little Debbie's, the cosmic brownies. I was hostess, all of that, man. I was there. I was eating it all up. I used to eat it up. Backpack used to be full of it. We're thinking this is like commodity, and we're growing up. Like kids are selling it out their backpacks at school and stuff, and everybody wanted it.
You
And
ain't lying. You ain't lying. I
now
was the same.
I'm right. I mean, it was like everything. Like and it's crazy to see that these products still have people in a stronghold. Like I say Little Debbie, and I have a really interesting relationship with Little Debbie because I mean it's empty calories, dude.
Yeah.
Empty calories, and it's just sugar, and they got everything. They have a whole line and a whole selection, and
Yo.
people can choose from anything, and it's like whatever mood they're in. Little Debbie's has it and they have it down to a T. Like that's the part of food science that I'm not with.
Oh
Because
yeah.
if you feeling sad, you definitely gonna get you some fudge rounds or you definitely gonna get some cosmic brownies. Like I usually like to, you know, start off conversations like that is I was definitely there.
The honey bar you got me. But I
And
understand.
so the talking on the peer pressure point, I think it's more of a social thing too, because food is love.
Yeah.
Food is love. And so when you get together with your family, this is something that I'm wishing to change in our community for everyone. Um, when you get together, the highlight can be getting together with your family. And then food is just a plus because, everybody has that auntie that's making the mac and cheese and the deviled eggs, and the uncle that's making the barbecue, and the pops that's doing all that stuff, grandpa cooking it up, pies, grandma, all that. And like we have to understand that some of our traditions have been holding us back, man, like
Yeah.
holding us back. And I know it makes people happy because food is love. And when you smell a certain scent, you get excited because you grew up smelling it. And a lot of things were given to us from our family because we didn't know any better. And I need to tread lightly because I don't want to get fired up and you know what I'm saying? I gotta break up the conversations, but it's crazy just how hard healthy can be. So I guess if somebody has been on this journey, they've tried before and they've kind of relapsed, and they're kind of in this space where they're like, I know that I want to change. I'm kind of doing healthy things, but then I'm not because I want to go out and eat with my friends and stuff like that. Think about that person. How would you
Mhm.
help that person? What would be like the first two things you would try to instill in that person or like get started with that person?
Well, definitely. The first thing I would let them know is it's a journey. Okay, this is a
Uh,
journey. This is not going to happen overnight. Some people are built that they can actually just stop cold turkey, but a lot of people, let's say 99.9% people are not like that. And
Mhm.
that's okay. You know, every day I would take a step forward. For instance, if I was somebody just starting off, I would make it to where, let's say, for instance, I would start with 3, 4 days out of the week. I'm actually eating clean. And then the weekends, I would eat normal. And I would slowly each week or each 2 weeks kind of get away and get away from the bad foods. That's how
Okay.
I would do it.
Cool, cool, cool. So like a little taper, just kind of stepping
Mm-hmm.
into it. And you know that I love collaborating with athletes because you understand the grind. You understand that it was, you got to get acclimated. You can't just go out in the sun and work out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's baby steps to it. And so somebody that is maybe having a hard time with being consistent,
Okay.
how would you help them with that?
Consistency. What I would say with consistency is this. One, again, it kind of goes back to what I just said, take it day at a time. For instance, focus on what you need to do for that day and meal prep. I think that's huge for everybody. If you're someone who is stuff struggles with consistency, the best way to take it out of the equation is to have it already ready. If you have it prepared for the whole week, what you're gonna eat,
Mhm.
and you're taking it day by day and you're focusing on that and you take it as a win, then you're gonna slowly become consistent. It's gonna become a routine after that.
Mhm.
So again, just take it slow, one at a time. As an athlete, it's embedded in us. We naturally do that. That's what they teach us. At birth at this point. But for certain people that are new to being an athlete or just new to this type of lifestyle, take it day at a time, man. And if you do eat something bad, don't take it personally. Everybody messes up. Just get back on the horse and keep going.
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that because a lot of people feel like it's the end of the world where they get off and stuff like that. Like, oh no, there's a fine line. See, me personally, I don't think that there is a cheat day because you can't really cheat in life. I mean,
Right.
just like there it is. You're not cheating, you're just allowing yourself some room, really. And to say to that, like, how would you approach someone that is telling you they like that sounds good to them? They're on board. They're
Mhm.
like using it. Now, how would you approach someone that is telling you that they don't have the time to do this?
Well, first I would like to say is this, okay? We got to get that out the way, okay? As somebody in animal,
Yeah, yeah.
one, number one rule, okay, of anything trying to make a change. Okay, you cannot make excuses for the reasons why you're staying in the same spot. Okay, if you're staying in the same spot, it's because you want to be there. Okay, anything that you want in life, you have to make time for it.
Mhm.
So to say you don't have time for it, that's an excuse. Okay, that could be, I don't know anybody's schedule, but there's somewhere in the day where you can make time for good, healthy choices. You can, whether it's meal prep to you, somebody delivering it to your house, whether you're making it on the weekend or 6, 5 in the morning, there's somewhere in your day. So that's an excuse. Okay, that's one thing I would tell them. Okay, and I would go through their schedule with them and see where we can actually figure out how to make that happen. So that's not gonna work.
Okay, okay. I love it, dude. I love it so much. Look, I kind of want to put you on the spot right now, man, because
Go
I want
ahead.
to give people all the gold that we can give them, man. Like, I want someone to be able to listen to this and like immediately get started and feel empowered that they can do it. So let's let's like give some people some game real quick and say like you're starting.
Okay.
Right? So your first day, how would
Okay.
you adjust your time? How would you plan it out? Like start to finish. Say somebody works the average 9 to 5 and they want to incorporate it. So we'll go 2 days because you're going to need one day to get ready for that following day. So
Right.
2 days, what does that look like? Let's give somebody or everybody some gold on what that looks like prepping and then following through.
Okay. Most definitely. So one thing that has to be prepped, you have to have the food. Okay.
Gotta have
We
the
got
food.
gotta have the food. Okay. We gotta make sure that we do not have any food that will entice us to go backwards in the
Hmm.
very moment. Okay. We gotta start there. That's number one. Okay. Number two, okay, what you need to have in play. Don't make it hard. Okay. Your schedule should never be hard on the first day or even the second day. It should be simple. If you make it simple, it will make it easier to go through it. For instance, for me on my first day, or anybody else, I get a smoothie or some version of fruit in the beginning of the day. That will solidify me and actually get my body going, get my energy going, get it flowing. I get that natural H3O in my body. It just makes it a lot easier for me. Okay.
Hmm. There we go.
So that would be quote unquote, I guess you could say breakfast.
Okay. Which again,
And
we got to talk about that too. We got so much to talk about, man.
you already know.
Man, we got so much to talk about. Okay, so we gave them 2 points. Let's make it real simple and give them one last thing to focus on.
Okay. Another thing to focus on is every meal doesn't have to make you full.
Ah,
Okay.
yes,
That's a huge
sir.
one. Okay. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
have to eat until your stomach says, I quit. You have to eat until basically eat something that's just gonna value your body, not necessarily make your body feel like it's going overtime.
Oh, yes. So real quick, in under 5 minutes, we just gave somebody something that would change their life. So step one is your food, your environment, really. So
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you have an environment that's conducive to your change. So a lot of people don't want to hear this, but they got to clean the fridge out. They got
Yes,
to
indeed.
clean the pantry out. All stuff that's not going to get you towards your goal. It's like, say somebody is really trying to eat better and they are the junk food vegan. We
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of those people, the junk food vegan. They got the Oreos and the Doritos, and there's no animal products in it. It's vegan, right? So it's getting
Well,
those either. I know people can't part with it because again, I was there, I've been there, right? Maybe
same.
getting them out of sight. Maybe it's
Yeah.
getting them out of sight to where you can't see them and you're on this new path. Get them out of sight. Make sure your environment is conducive to your goals, meaning make it easiest for yourself. A little cleanup, right? And make sure you have food. So get
Yeah.
yourself to the grocery store. Boom. Step one. All right. Step
Mm-hmm.
two is make sure that your schedule is simple. You don't want to have a overwhelming schedule,
That's right.
right? No overwhelming schedule. So I would encourage people, which I mean, everybody's different,
Yeah.
but some sort of written down bullet point or something in their phone
Mm-hmm.
probably going to help them, right? Because if you're going through all this stuff in your head, we forget stuff, especially when we're fatigued. So maybe jot down something. I don't know. Everybody's different, but jot down something or write in the notepad in the phone, something simple that you know that you can do. Maybe 3 things that you want to do for the day or 3 things that you want to do for the 2 days. Number two. And
Mm-hmm.
then number three, hunger cues. Pay
Yes.
attention to your hunger cues.
That's
So
right.
you hit it right on the T. A lot of people are forcing themselves to eat because it's the only time that they have. So say you
That's
got a
right.
20-minute lunch break, you don't feel hungry on that lunch break. Well, I'm sorry, wherever you're working at or whatever you're doing, either you're eating before or you're taking some time for yourself because you can't tell me that it won't be time for you to fuel your body. You can't tell us that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not hungry, probably shouldn't eat. And if you're feeling yourself near getting full when you're eating, you should probably stop. Like the
Oh yeah.
body gives you these amazing cues. So I think those are 3 simple things in getting started.
Oh yeah.
Schedule, food environment, hunger cues. That's simple. That was golden, man.
I
That was
appreciate
super
it, man.
golden. I'm glad you did that because look, that's golden. That's gonna help somebody. And real quick, because I like to keep it short and sweet, man.
Go ahead.
How do you plan to help people through their journey? Like, what does your specific framework look like when helping someone through their journey?
So the thing what I'm doing right now, I mean, you can check it out when you have a chance on my site, but the thing what I'm doing right now is I'm working with individuals who not only to help them lose weight, I also focus on them losing waste. Okay. I want somebody to be well-rounded when they get done with me. Okay. I want it to be so for instance, I have it to where the typical client, to be example, when they start with me, the first thing they do is they write out a plan on where they want to go. Okay. They write out a plan on what they're going to do going forward. So they know exactly what they need to do when they get home, what they need to buy. So we get that out the way. Step two, okay, we've talked about as far as the health part, not the health part, more the fitness part. So that means how many days you're going to work out with me. It's not just, it's majority eating, but it's also you got to work out. Okay, you got to get in the gym, got to get them
Got
gains
to.
in. You
Got
can't gain.
to.
Remember, we're still our athletes, so we still got to go to
Uh-huh.
the gym. All
Right.
right, so we got to get the gains in the gym. Okay, and then the third thing is very important. This is where we do that active rest more so. That's where you get the meditation. That's where you sit with yourself and then you write what you want to do in life. Get to know yourself more. If
Mm-hmm.
you become in tune with your mental, then you're able to do more. That's when you start to believe in yourself more. If
Mm-hmm.
you have all those three aspects, that's when you're going to become great. And that's when I focus on.
Dude, that's it, man. That's going to change even more people's lives, man. That's and it's funny that you say that, because obviously
Mhm.
this isn't ours. I mean, we had it given to us. We've seen it in
Yeah.
action, right?
Mhm.
But those are my three pillars in helping people.
Really.
Movement, which is your exercise, your resistance training, physical activity for people that are getting into it, right? You got to move,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
Mind,
indeed.
you got to take care of your mind. You have to picture yourself where you want to go. You have to picture yourself at the wedding you're trying to get to or the vacay you're trying to get to. You got to picture yourself getting back into your high school jeans. You got to picture yourself and you have to let stress go. You got to let that stuff go, right? You got to work on your mind. And
That's right.
lastly, you have to eat. You have to fuel your body for the life that you want. You have to nourish your body. It's those are three simple things. And like you said it, if people do that and they adhere to it, good things happen.
Every time.
Happen. And it's very funny because if someone were to search the internet, bodies literally they just have a different stamp on it, but everybody's talking about the same stuff. And see this right here, what we provide people, it's not something that you can touch.
Right.
It's not something you can touch. This is no product. This is no supplement. This isn't
Mhm.
anything like that. It's a complete and total life makeover. If they want it to be, like they
Yeah.
will, once they're done, they're not done because they go right into a new chapter of life. It's their life gets changed completely, and it's beautiful to see.
It
Honestly,
really is.
so beautiful to see, to watch a group of people go through it. And on that flip side, we're a team. We know just what team does. Tell me something. Can we
Mhm.
do anything in this world by ourselves?
Oh, never that. No, not even
Dude,
close.
we can't do anything in this world by ourselves. That's why team is so important. And I think people need to understand that a little bit more. And once they do understand that, they're going to use it as leverage. And so they have this support group, they have this core of people that they're working with. Boom, like life changes just like that when we're working and we're holding each other accountable and we're sharing. Man, dude, I'm trying not to get fired up. I just want to give people just something, man. I'm getting too hype over here, man.
Okay,
Because
passion.
it's really, really awesome. It's one of those things that when I do this, it doesn't feel like work. When
I
I do
agree.
this, like,
Yes. Yes.
like it makes you feel so whole. You
Mhm.
rest so good at night, man, knowing that you're changing somebody's life. And it's one of those things where it's like if you know type of deal, which
For real.
there's
And
only a certain amount of people that do it. There's only a certain
mm-hmm.
amount of people that follow through with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people they're just gonna watch.
Yeah.
Some people might realize what the offer is and like go for it. But some
Yeah.
people may watch, and I would hate for whoever it is that's watching this to just watch their life just go past slowly. Just slowly watch it day in and day out. Like imagine this change that happens. Like, tell me about some of the things that you experienced, that you felt when you made this change, when you made this lifestyle change, when you started eating better.
I'll make it real simple, man. Everything changed for me. One thing
Right?
specifically, everything, but one thing specifically, the taste. Okay. My taste buds are completely different. I'm a person who didn't mess with pickles like that, didn't mess with tomatoes like that. Didn't mess with Brussels sprouts like that.
Uh-huh.
A few other things too I just didn't mess with. But once I did vegan, just to start it off, right now I'm more kind of between plant-based and vegan, kind of raw vegan, kind of been going back and forth between all three.
Uh-huh.
But my taste buds changed, man. Not only my taste buds changed, my mental change as far as in what I would do with myself. For instance, all I wear is things that are cotton that is made from the earth.
Hmm.
Okay, that's changed
Dude.
my point of view. Then you more spiritual based. That goes more in depth. And now you're more connected in that realm. So like everything has changed. It's more heightened, and my body feels amazing. I realize I can do more with less weight. I don't need to be, I guess you could say, 180 to feel good about myself. I'm
Yeah.
5'7", 5'8" on a good day. I don't need
Ooh, I'm so
all.
glad you said that, man. Dude, I stand 6'5", 205, somewhere around there. Like it was always a goal of mine to get to 200. Like it was always a goal of mine. Be benching 315, 320. I'm trying to get up there, right?
Right.
But literally, I can still do the same things, right? And I'm like 200 flat, sometimes 197. Like I fluctuate right there. Like I feel good and I'm proportionate and my stomach doesn't hurt. When I go to the bathroom, smooth as all it can be. Like I don't
Yeah.
struggle. Like
Uh,
some folks really wake up in the morning and they struggle. Like, oh, it's horrible. But like you said, everything will change. It's just a matter of you taking that risk for yourself.
I mean, anything worth having or making better in your life, it's gonna take risk. And it's gonna take some sacrifice. And sacrificing these things that are quote unquote you love, which is, all the sweets and all the bad foods, it's so worth it. I promise you. There is definitely a light to the end of the tunnel. Again, just try it out. And even if you fail in the beginning, just keep going. Okay. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's expecting you to get it overnight. I started off as someone who loved meat and had every meat product that's vegan I can ever had, the Beyond Meat,
Oh,
just
yes.
the products. I forgot the one. It's called something called Farm. But anyway,
Hmm.
all the meat products you can probably have, I had. Okay, but over time, I realized they weren't that good.
Right. Yeah, you taste it. You taste it.
Yeah.
So look, here's my challenge. I understand that everybody's at a different level. Everybody's
Hmm.
at different spaces, right? So my
Yep.
challenge is for the person that is maybe a beginner, watch this video, watch it again, take
Yep.
notes on it. But for the person that you're not a beginner, you've done this before, and you're ready to make a change, we need you to go for it. We
Yeah.
need you to go for it. There's going to be some type of linkage in this video. Click it, get started, stop waiting because we got to get to it. We got to. You got to get to it. You've been saying that you were going to make this change for years, but now you have the guidance, you have the resources, you've got the support. I don't see what's stopping you.
It's nothing stopping you. It's just you.
There we go. You said it. Look, people are going to do whatever they're going to do. But like I said, there's going to be a few people that actually rise to the occasion. And for that, matter of fact, I'm going to say congratulations to you right now. You're going to look at this video, you're going to come back to it and be like, man, really, I did that. And for the people that are still stagnant, telling you better come on. Time goes so fast.
Well, you know it, man.
Oh,
Well, you know it. You're gonna
right.
be X, Y, and Z years old, still trying to do the same thing.
Uh-huh. We don't want that. We want quality of life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Quality of life, good life, long life.